Hi. Um, let's talk about LGBT. So, as you probably guessed, if you couldn't guess, I'm part of the LGBT community, and I'm bisexual, even though it seems like I'm gay. I'm bisexual, but people think I'm still too young to know that. But I have had girlfriends. I've never had a boyfriend, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not going through a phase, so. But anyways, that's not what this is about. I want to talk about LGBT because some people are very uneducated on it, and it makes me very angry that they think that they can argue with me and other LGBT people that about it, and they're completely wrong about what they're saying, and their reasonings are complete bullshit. But I'm here to talk about it. I'm not going to mention all the terms in LGBT because that's a lot of terms, and I don't remember every single one of them because it is kind of hard to remember every single term off the top of my head. But I do remember a good majority of it, and I think I'm very well educated on it, except some surgery names that I do not know the name of very well or at all. But I'll just call them what I think they're called. And I'm sorry if that's offensive, but I kind of want to help because some people are very uneducated, especially people my age that aren't a part of the LGBT community, and maybe even some older people that are just plain ignorant and they just don't want to understand it. So, the L in LGBT stands for lesbian, and that's a girl who likes girls. Trans women can be lesbians, and just because they're trans doesn't mean they're less lesbians than they are. They're women, they're just trans women, but they're still women anyways, and my dog is in the room. Okay, so lesbians are girls who like girls, and I'm pretty sure everybody has that down by now, but they think it's only white girls who like other white girls, or femme girls who like more butch girls, but that's not the case because it's not. You just like who you like, man. You do you, you know? It doesn't have to be a relationship where there's a man and a woman. 'Cause it's two women for a reason. We're lesbians. That's the tea. We're just lesbians. If you date a girl and you identify as a lesbian, you don't have to be more masculine just because of that. You can be feminine and like girls. I'm very feminine and I like girls. I had ex-girlfriends who are very feminine and like girls. I've had crushes that are very feminine and like girls. You don't have to date a masculine girl just to be lesbian or because it's gay. It's not. It's a stereotype, and that's the thing. We need to fall out of the stereotypes because stereotypes are dumb and they're not always right. And it's just, you don't have to have a man and a woman, because men and women, they don't have specific duties when they're married or dating or whatever. They're just people dating that are in love. And that's what people in the LGBT community are. They're people that are dating that are in love. And that's it. Well, the next letter in LGBT is G, and that stands for gay. And that's when a man loves a man, which also people already know about. Again, with the stereotypes, everyone thinks gay men have to be feminine, and that's not the case, because gay men can be very, very not feminine, and it's fine. You don't need to follow the stereotypes all the time. You don't have to be like Kurt Hummel from Glee to be gay. You can be gay, and people don't tell you're gay. Like, from Love, Simon, Simon didn't act gay. You can't act like a sexuality. You can't look like a sexuality. And you can't have a voice like a sexuality. You can't sound gay. Like, some people say, oh, that guy sounds gay. He sounds like him. He's not. His voice doesn't determine his sexuality, or his clothes, or his attitude, or the way he walks. And that's also the T, cis. And the B stands for bisexual. And bisexual is the attraction to two genders. And no, there aren't two genders. There are two sexes, which are female and male, but there aren't two genders. I am attracted to male and female, but there are some people who are attracted to female and non-binary, or non-binary and male. And that's fine. You don't have to like men and women to be bisexual. It can be non-binary. Even though non-binary is technically the absence of gender, you can still be attracted to them and be bisexual. You don't have to specifically like men and women. T is transgender, and there are two types of transgenders. Transgender, there's female to male transgender and male to female transgender. And female to male transgender is when you were born a girl but realize later in life that you're a guy. And that's fine. And you can get, well, most times, or if they have money for it, you can get top surgery, which is when you remove your chest. Well, not technically, you remove like your boobs and that's it, I think. I'm not very educated on top surgery, but then you can get bottom surgery for that too, and you start on testosterone, which is the male hormone. And if you cannot start testosterone, there are foods you can't start to have higher testosterone levels, which may help in your transition if your parents are dicks and don't accept you. And in male to female transgenders, you can get your implants for your breasts, and you can also get bottom surgery, which I am not sure of the name of. But instead of taking testosterone when you're male to female, you take estrogen, which is female hormones. I don't know how to explain it very well. I'm not trans, but maybe I can find some trans sources and link them below. Or trans YouTubers, which I recommend. Miles McKenna, of course. I love him. He's my favorite of all time. And then there's, of course, pansexual, which is often confused with bisexual, which is a fair confusion. But pansexual is attraction to all genders, which is inclusive non-binary, gray gender, stuff like that. And it's basically the attraction to personality and not your looks. It's basically attraction to personality, which many people who are bisexual have, but most people like identifying as pansexual better. Non-binary, I should have included that in the transgender section, but non-binary is the absence of gender, meaning you are not on the gender spectrum, which you don't identify as a girl or a boy, or like a male or a female, and you just choose to go by they, them pronouns, which are valid. But that's my like LGBTQ talk, and queer is also part of, I just don't know how to explain it very well, so I don't really want to insult anyone that is queer, but I just think it's a umbrella term for everyone in the LGBT community, but I'm not very sure of that. There's also asexuals and aromantics, and asexuals when you don't experience sexual attraction, and aromantics are when you don't experience romantic attraction. And I'm sorry, this was very messy. I'm not a very good planner. I didn't have a script. I just talk a lot. And I'm really passionate about LGBT, as you can probably tell. I love getting educated on stuff like this. So I hope this video kind of helped you in a way. I'm only 14, so please don't hurt me. I read books on it. I read articles on it. I'm trying my best. I really want to get educated better on it. So tell me something in the comments that you know that I didn't mention, if you want to, and if you can, and if you care. But yeah, that's my video for today. Bye guys!